Broncos now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Bengals going up against the Broncos. Now let's head down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for today's matchup.
Broncos, Bengals on EA Sports. We welcome you to Santa Clara, California for today's game. And you've heard it so many times. You've just heard it all over again. It doesn't get any bigger than this. So if you're one of the players, how do you handle the bigness of a game like this?
Well, so many things right there in that question, Jim. One, the players, they're used to being on stage. They love the spotlight shined upon them. They've learned it from high school to college to now to the pros. But I'll say this about the Super Bowl. Here we are, Super Bowl 50. Look how far it's come since Super Bowl I. It's hard to believe it's that big. And for the players and coaches out there today, I'll just say this. I promise you, if it's the first time you've been in this game, it's going to live up to everything you ever dreamed about it being.
Pleased to bring in the third member of our broadcast team, Danielle Bellini, with the report from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. Super Bowl 50 is a very special milestone for the NFL. Super Bowl I was played back in 1967 at the LA Coliseum. As you recall, the Green Bay Packers beat the Kansas City Chiefs on that day. But I'm sure neither of those teams could have imagined the Super Bowl growing to be as big as it is today, guys. That being said, we've got two teams out here who desperately want to make history by winning the Super Bowl tonight to ensure they're the ones that are remembered and that everyone is talking about 50 years from now. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Danielle. And now we'll go to the field. And Mike Nugent looks ready to get this one underway. And Super Bowl 50 is underway. Bolden's going to run this one out. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. One of the biggest icons ever at quarterback, Peyton Manning. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Anderson's going to secure the handoff. Falls all over that offense and brings him down.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
That leads us to second down. Handoff made. And it's Reggie Nelson in on that last play. That's a nice, powerful statement as they establish the run at the beginning of this game.
Jim, you're right. I'm going to give the offense a little credit here, but, you know, somewhere, I don't know, maybe the defense is going to have to put some weights in their pockets. You got to hang in there and make the tackle.
Manning's got no one behind him. Just a quarterback waiting for the snap. The Broncos snap it at the 26. And he's going to be sacked. So, just 3 plays and out for the offense.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
The Broncos will have to punt. Jones is going to look for space now. Green's there to make the tackle. That return's good for about 6. At quarterback, out of TCU, a former second-round pick and Rose Bowl winner, Andy Dalton. The Broncos with a nickel look here on defense. The Bengals take it from the 38. Intercepted. Tackles made. Well, that's a rough way to get the game started, isn't it, Phil? Come out and throw an early pick.
Oh, it is. It's a terrible way to start for the quarterback and everybody involved, but I'll tell you this. I think it was a terrible call. So the quarterback, when the play's not there, throw it away. He took a chance, and that's why it was intercepted.
The Bengals defense last time out there said, you know what, we're in the 3-and-out business.
The great late Charlie Jones would have said that was spectacular, and that's what they looked like on that last drive. They dominated in every aspect.
You had to love Charlie Jones.
Oh, man, he was the best.
Quarters formation here for the defense. First down at the 48. Catch made by Demaryius Thomas. That's his first reception today.
Thomas is one of the best receivers in the NFL. He can run all the routes. How about this out route that time? Does it with such grace and ease and makes the catch just short of the first down.
Second down and 2. Throws the pass. And this goes incomplete as he was looking over the middle. He has blossomed into a big-time receiver in this game, Emmanuel Sanders.
Well, it's not about just the offense. Oh, the offense gives him those numbers. He has shown wherever he plays, no matter who the coach or the quarterback is, he can get it done.
The Broncos will take the snap from the 40. He's churning ahead. Anderson's marked down after a gain of 4.
Third and short. I don't know what you do anymore. I've given up. Do you throw it? Do you run it? Do you have that kind of faith in your offensive line? Well, the offense does. They run the football. Great job by the offensive lineman, giving that running back a chance to get that first down.
The Broncos snap it at the 36. The ball is fumbled. Oh, they cough up the football, and the defense takes possession. The defense comes up with the big play, the hit, and the recovery of the football. Officials stop play now. They want to take another look at that last play. Was the knee down, Phil, or was it a fumble first?
I think what we need to do here, let's stop it when the knee hits the ground. And once we stop it, let's look at the football. Does he have possession of it completely at that time? If he does, then it's going to be down. The runner will be down before the fumble occurred.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Took a moment for them to validate it, but the word comes back from the replay booth. The play on the field will stand. The Broncos defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Mohamed Sanu is the receiver.
The old-fashioned way of picking up big yardage is running the fly route on the outside. Show the speed of the receiver and the strength of the quarterback's arm. What a nice completion.
Sanu makes the grab. And he is brought down at the 39.
Well, they call this route a lot of things. They call it a go route, a 9 route, or a fly route. And all of them mean the same thing. Run as fast as you can, get behind the defense.
First down and 10. Puts a hand. Oh, he made the catch. He caught it with one hand.
Well, if I was the quarterback, I would throw it to this guy every single time. When you make a catch like that, as a quarterback, you must have great confidence in him.
First down at the 19. That's a ball that should have been caught. Let's Let's talk about the starters on offense. He was the first running back taken in the 2013 draft out of the University of North Carolina, Giovanni Bernard.
Everybody's looking for a running back like Bernard, a guy that can come in and run the draws, catch the screens, and
Intercepted! Tackles made.
Got to stay aggressive on the defensive side. That time the defense did. Even though the offense was going in to score, they come up with the big play, and they get the interception inside their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos will try to hold on to the football. This has been one big turnover after another, Phil. Just what the coaches talked about in the meetings with him this week about ball security. It's not happening here.
Well, it tells you the players did not listen to the coaches, that's for sure, because ball security is not what we're seeing out there. I know this. Next week in practice, there's going to be a lot of drills about hanging on to the football.
Anderson's going to take the handoff now. Reggie Nelson makes the tackle.
You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
First down at the 23. Anderson's handed the football. Able to take the football out to the 28-yard line.
It's always good for the quarterback to really do a good job faking the pass right before the draw play. Get the defensive lineman up the field, get the linebackers dropping back for pass, and there's an open gap that the running back took advantage of.
We'll run it with him again. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
If you're running back and you want more carries, do things like this. Read the defense right, read the blocking, and pick up first downs. That's a really good job by the running back.
The Broncos from the 37. Staying on the ground.
The Bengals defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
Loss of 5 on the play. Midway through the first. Diving grab. They give him the catch.
Offside. Defense.
The penalty is declined. That last play will hold up. Manning comes out in the pistol. Flag is out. That's a false start on the offense, and that'll cost them 5 yards.
False start. Offense.
Anderson's lined up as the single back. Will go ground. They bring him to the turf. He's now got 70-plus yards on the ground.
To have a great defense in this league, when you get blocked and somebody gets out in the open, you think, there goes an easy touchdown. That's why you need speed. So when somebody makes a mistake, the speed covers it up. They were able to catch that running back from behind and get him.
Touchdown, number 1 at the Super Bowl.
Nothing like scoring first in any game, but when you do it in the Super Bowl, you can just times it by 10 because the pressure builds on the other team. They know they're behind. They want to score some points. It just makes it tougher when you get on the board first.
The Bengals are ready to return the kick. Tate's going to test the coverage here. And he'll step out. And a run back of about 10.
What a job by the kickoff team. The hustle. Everybody's sprinting down the field, and they get rewarded. They give great field position to their defense.
A miserable place to start this next drive. The Broncos lined up in the nickel. Sanu with the catch.
When you play man-to-man against this receiver, you're going to have a tough time. Quarterback's a good thrower. Really hard for a defensive back to stay with him.
Now 1st and 10. Oh, and almost picked off that time. As we get a look at this defense, DeMarcus Ware, a player opposing offenses hate to have to face.
Oh, my gosh. And where is he going to line up? We've seen him line up outside. He lines up as an inside linebacker. You know, he drops back in pass coverage. But when he rushes the quarterback, one of the best in the league. Well, the defense has got to be happy about this situation. Anytime early in the game you get an offense at 3rd and long, you are looking to make a play and get things rolling on your side.
3rd down and 10. Should have had it. Midway through the 1st, and with that stop, this offense will be in excellent position to extend the lead.
Yeah, it's going their way right now. It is, Jim, and so you got to take advantage of it. The game always has ebbs and flows, and right now, momentum is on your side. Go out there and make a play.
Sanders is going to make the fair catch this time. The Broncos offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. A solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, what a productive day so far for the offense. They're mixing it up well. They got confidence. The quarterback's throwing it well. This is a very good game so far.
Anderson's taking the handoff. And it's Reggie Nelson in on that last play.
When you're going against a really athletic defense, there's nothing like reverses and the counter run game, because they see it, they go, and you counter it, and that's why it works to perfection.
The Broncos take it from the 33. Trying to power his way right up the middle. On that defensive line for the Bengals, Geno Atkins.
Geno Atkins, very good against the run. What an athlete playing inside defensive lineman. Tough position, and one of the best pass rushers as a defensive lineman in the league.
The Broncos will take the snap from the 35. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the 1st down.
Well, one of the hardest things to do, and I think, in the NFL now is 3rd shortest run to football and pick up yards. That time, nice job by the offensive line. They showed their power, and they picked up the 1st down.
Manning's going to be in the pistol here. First down at the 39. He was looking short, but the pass falls incomplete.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time, he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort. You know, Jim, it's been a long time, but when I played, it was 3rd and long early in the game. I knew the defense was going to be very careful. So I was already thinking, if I don't like it down the field, I'm going to throw it short and do it quickly.
The Broncos will take the snap from the 35. And there's a great catch. That's reception number 2 for him.
Well, there's no substitute for talent. And that time we saw a lot of talent from the quarterback throwing it down the field. And what a good job of the wide receiver making the catch.
The Broncos snap it up at the 26. Trying to fight through right up the middle of the field.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
2nd down here after that run play. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. And that's a 2-yard gain.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
Peyton Manning will be taking this one from the gun. Drop back, shotgun formation. Catch made.
When you can throw an out route like that, That shows you the strength of the quarterback's arm.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. And intercepted.
Wonderful job by the defense that time. They stayed after it. And inside their own 20, they finally come up with the play. They get the interception, and they keep the other team from getting points on the board.
The Broncos are playing a stout brand of defense, and they have not given up a single point, allowing them to jump out into the lead.
Nothing like a defense that's pitching a shutout. Boy, you're full of emotion. You're very confident in what you want to do. You want to keep it going.
The ball is knocked out.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
And it's swatted away.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at 3rd and long. And, look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it.
Mohamed Sanu is the receiver.
Another name for the fly route, the go route, it's a streak. And that means they want you to be a blue streak, run as fast as you can, get by that defense, and make a big play.
Sanu makes the grab. Ward that time in on the tackle. The Bengals capped off the first with a big play, and now will try to capitalize here at the start of the 2nd quarter. Let's see how they back up the big play here. And the 2nd quarter is underway with this snap. And he is tackled down at the 38-yard line. That's reception number 7 for him. Every wide receiver wants to be considered a number 1 option. And here in the first half, this is the guy who has been one, Phil.
He is a number 1 receiver. When we talk about number 1 receivers in the NFL, that means they're able to get open no matter what the situations are presented to them. And the designs, they have been outstanding, giving them a chance to get open so far here today.
Being a go-to target, Phil, I think you would say every quarterback needs one. In fact, one just like this guy.
Well, I know this.
The Bengals are in the end zone for the touchdown. Phil, we're early 2nd quarter, and things suddenly are all back to square one. All tied up after that touchdown.
This game is shaping up to be something special. I like the feel of it. It's exciting. Can't wait to see what happens here in the rest of this quarter.
It's good. Got a tie game here now, and what's been a good one so far. The score's 7-7. Bolden's going to test the coverage this time. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. The Bengals defense comes back onto the field after getting that interception the last time out, ending a long drive.
Yeah, what a job by them. And I'll say this, they know how to play the football when it's in the air, and they took advantage of a good situation, and they got that interception.
Peyton Manning under center. The Broncos take it from the 28. And the reception by Anderson.
When you play zone coverage, the quarterback might have to hold the football just a little longer. But these guys nowadays, when you play zone, they know how to throw and catch and get it done.
Manning's completion percentage, 70% on the day. 2nd down and 5. Anderson's got it on the handoff. Reggie Nelson makes the tackle. The Broncos have stayed with the run game today, and it's been a big part of their game plan. Anderson's been absolutely brilliant and almost impossible to bring down.
What a dominating performance by this offense today, just coming out and out-hitting the defense, giving the running back opportunities, and they are taking advantage of it.
He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down. He's now averaging 6 yards a carry on the day. They're able to move the chains after that last run. The Broncos come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. The catch is made by Emmanuel Sanders. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
Well, as you saw that receiver make the catch, I'll just say this. You cannot throw the football enough his way. There's no such thing. When in doubt, you don't like anything, turn and find him and throw it to him.
1st and 10. Intercepted. And brings the play to an end. Maybe that pick will be a momentum builder for this team at the start of the second.
Well, I know the offensive coordinator sitting over there going, I sure hope so. So he's not happy the way his team has played on the offensive side so far. Give him a play, catch the defense by surprise, and get this lead.
Sanu with the catch. They've come out in the first half and tried to get the football as often as possible in the hands of their top receiver.
Well, what we're seeing is so many ways to get the football to the wide receiver in today's game. Formations, you can move these guys all around. You can stack them up. So if you want to get the football to them, you can, and it's an awesome job so far.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown. They've got the lead here early in the second quarter. A good development for them in this game.
Yeah, nice. You know, they learned something in that first quarter. They took that knowledge and they put it to good use, and they found a way to get down there and score a touchdown. That was a nice job by the offense.
Dalton's going to look on now from the sidelines. That last drive, he contributed more than 50 yards in the air. The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. Bolden's running this one out. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Bengals have done a great job today forcing turnovers, Phil.
They have caught this offense off guard, no doubt. They have shown some new schemes on the defensive side. It surprised the offense, and it's led to turnovers.
The Broncos from the 22, looking for some daylight up the middle. He's up over 90 yards so far on the day.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Manning's alone in the backfield. He'll take the snap from the gun. Owen Daniels makes the catch. That's another reception, giving him 2.
There are so many players down in the NFL that are good. How about this tight end? He has got so much talent. That time he hauls in the pass, it just makes it look so easy.
The Broncos take it from the 43. Thomas going to pull in the bullet pass. Can you believe how steady and reliable this guy is?
He is. What's the phrase for it? He is money, Jim Nance. Man, he pays off every single time. You throw the football near him, he'll make the catch.
Manning's completion percentage, 70% on the day. Looking across the middle. Looking middle that time. And it's incomplete. This is 3rd down. Anderson's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Manning with the give. The tackle's made and the first down is picked up. He's now averaging 6 yards a carry on the day.
Coming to the line at the 43.
Two tight ends on the field here. That false start penalty will push them back 5 yards.
False start, offense.
Manning from the gun. Incomplete, almost going in the other direction.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
C.J. Anderson with the catch.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
Third and 9. Peyton able to find Demaryius Thomas. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
My gosh, the wide receivers in the NFL, it's incredible. It's not that you have one. Every team has 2 and 3, and some have 4. Good job that time by him hauling in that pass.
The Broncos will take the snap from the 30. He runs with it right up the gut. Coming to the line at the 30. Anderson's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Second and 10. Anderson's the receiver on the screen. He's brought down at the 25-yard line.
The Broncos do a good job that time on second down. They don't force the football down the field. They throw it short. They pick up some solid yards to make it a good situation for them. Third and short.
The Broncos will take the snap from the 25. And it's on the money to Emmanuel Sanders. Mark him down for another reception.
Jim, they got momentum on their side right now. They are making everything work. That was a nice play. They pick up another first down, and they got a good drive going here.
Manning's now completed 4 in a row. Anderson's going to secure the handoff. He's now averaging 6 yards a carry on the day.
Nice job that time by the offense getting the first down inside the red zone. And it's a good thing they got a quarterback with a strong arm, because you've got to throw into some tight spots in the red zone.
First and goal from the 1. Looking at every option. Mounting a serious drive. Second and goal at the 1. Andre Caldwell has the catch. In the end, it picks up only a yard.
Can they call a play the defense hasn't seen yet to this point today? So it's third and goal. Touchdown ties it. I can't wait to see what the offense decides to do.
Third and goal. Anderson's going to take the handoff now.
Take the points. That's what I'm telling you, Coach. Take the points. You didn't get it done on third and goal. Get 3 points and keep momentum on your side.
The kick is good. That field goal gives this team a little boost of confidence as we draw near halftime.
I think these players and coaches are going to go in halftime feeling really good about what they've done here in the first half, keeping this game close like it is.
Tate will take this one. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. Giovanni Bernard making his way back onto the field. What do you think here, Phil? Are you a little surprised they're ahead in this game with him not piling up the yardage we're used to?
Jim, I'm very surprised. I thought today if they were going to win the football game, it was going to be because of the run. The fact that they're not running it well and winning, even they have to be surprised by that.
And as we take a closer look now at a receiver who has been very dangerous here in the first half. What's to like about this performance so far, Phil?
Oh, shoot, what is there to like? Everything. They cannot stop him. He has so much talent. He can do everything. And if I was a quarterback, I'd keep throwing the football his way.
And now returning to the field, just 2 minutes to go, and it's a big spot as we've got an offense that would love to increase that lead before the intermission. And it's incomplete. Just can't hold on that time.
Well, if you're the offensive coordinator here in a third-long situation and you're winning a close game, you'd like to pick this up. But also, you got to make sure you call a play that doesn't put the offense at too much risk. Tough call coming up here for the coordinator.
And incomplete. What a hit that time. They call on the punting unit, and that means Huber. The fake is on, and they're looking to pick up the first. The ball is jarred loose.
Well, I love seeing plays like this, a fake punt when you throw the football and it doesn't work. Hey, it's easy to do these things in practice, but when you got to do it in the game, you can feel the pressure, you get tight, and sometimes you just cannot execute the play.
The Broncos snap it at the 41. Anderson's out there to receive the screen pass. Not able to get away from Dunlap.
When you talk about throwing the football into open space, that's almost always against zone defenses. That's what we saw that time. Good job of the quarterback throwing it in there.
Second down and 5. Dunlap wraps up the quarterback. The defense pushed the offense back with that sack, and now they'll need 15 yards on third down.
Good job by the offense going the hurry-up offense. You do this to get the plays in, but also you want to conserve the timeouts.
Unable to complete that one, and that's a very quick 3 and out.
The Broncos put themselves in a situation where the defense has all the advantage. They know the pass probably has to go down the field on third and long, and they were ready for it.
They have just flipped field position thanks to that punt, and now the offense is really backed into a corner. The Broncos defense walks back onto the field, somewhat inspired, I'm sure, about that last series when they came up with the fourth down play.
Yeah, listen, I agree. Sometimes you're in situations where you need to go for it on fourth down. But that last one, Jim, there was no excuse for that. That was just a horrible decision.
The ball is jarred out of his hands.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays. But a good play there and another incomplete pass.
Second down with the defense ready to pounce. Second down and 10. Should have had it, but the hit knocked it out.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get third and long, I'll tell you what catches a defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back, because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think you're going to throw it short.
And after only 3 plays, that incompletion brings us to 4th down.
The Bengals don't have a lot of options on 3rd and long situations. The pass goes incomplete, and the defense did a good job of staying back there and not giving up the deep throw.
And it's a fake. They're running a fake. They bring him down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. Bolden's got a chance this time. Taken down at about the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. The Bengals have controlled this game with their defense. It has been a shutdown performance. All you have to do is look at the scoreboard to see that.
Oh, they got to be proud of what they've done so far here out on the defensive side. The execution has been tremendous. The players are in the right position. They're doing the right techniques. That's why they're winning a close game here so far.
Brings it in. That's a gain of 6. The Broncos are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. The Broncos at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. 2nd down and 4. Anderson's the receiver on the screen. The Broncos will take a second here to talk things over as they call a timeout on 2nd down. First down at the 44. Anderson's got it on the screen. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line. The Broncos elect to take a timeout here before the 2nd down snap. This will probably be the last play of the first half. The Broncos take it from the 43. Surveys. And they can't connect. We're headed to the half here in a tight, low-scoring defensive battle. I'm sure both teams will be making adjustments offensively coming out of the half. Larry Ridley's coming up next. Okay, Larry, looking sharp back in that studio. Thank you for that. And now we're ready to get the 3rd quarter underway as these teams take the field. That return's good for about 14. The Bengals come out to open up the 2nd half, and they were hitting on all cylinders in the first half, Phil.
Yeah, be smart here in the 2nd half, Jim. When you start out, just find out what the defense is thinking, and once you get a feeling about what they're going to do, then you start taking some chances. There's a difference. When you play zone, you drop back and you watch the quarterback and you react to the football. When you're playing man-to-man, all you're worried about is where that receiver goes. You try to shadow him, look for the football, and try to make a play.
2nd and 10. Mohamed Sanu is the receiver.
That's what you want to do. Just get a first down, especially when you're on top. Keep the clock moving. Keep the defense guessing. Make them react instead of attack.
The Bengals will take the snap from the 35. Sanu makes the grab. Ward that time in on the tackle.
The Bengals offense, they know it's more than just about their defense. The offense did a good job that time picking up the first down. That's what you want to do. You got a small lead in the 2nd half. Keep getting those first downs and eat that clock off.
Sanu with the catch.
Jim Nantz, that was the old fly route. When we were kids, that's what they called it. See if you can fly by the defensive back. He did that time. Nice throw and catch.
1st and 10. Can't hold on here as it goes incomplete.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
2nd down and 10. Goes incomplete. Ward in on the coverage.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
3rd and 10. And that'll probably go as a drop.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
Should be an easy one here. And it's a fake. Webster's there that time for the tackle.
Well, I like the ingenuity that time. They don't go for the field goal. Instead, they have a run play called. It looks good, but it doesn't work. The defense fast to react, and they got the job done.
Anderson's handed the football. Picked up a couple that time.
I guess you'd say he's like a quarterback. You can't complete them all. And this running back, he can't make every run spectacular. Nowhere to go, so only gets a couple yards this time.
2nd and 8. Delayed handoff. Anderson's brought down at the 21. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day. After that last carry, it's 3rd and 3.
Well, you got to have the draw play in your game or a delay. You know what that does? It fools the defense. And anytime you fool the defense, you usually get good gains.
This offense can't be stopped on 3rd down no matter the distance.
The Broncos, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that 1st down. And, Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the 2nd half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another 1st down, and that'll serve your team well.
1st down and 10. Sanders got it. 1st down. How about the way he always locks in and concentrates on the catch?
Man, he's got hands like glue. When you shake his hand, he can break yours because that's how strong they are. So not surprised to see him just reach out and just snatch the football out of the air.
Manning's got it in the gun. To Daniels. Jones going to make the tackle.
Hard to guard these tight ends now in the NFL. It really puts the defense in like a quandary. Do we use a big guy? Well, the big guy's not fast enough. We use a small guy. Well, he's not big enough. They get pushed around. I don't know what you're going to do. Just make sure you're a good tackler after they catch it.
Can't hold on here as this ball's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
3rd down now. Manning's ready for the snap. Empty backfield. The lineman tries to plead his case, but it looks like a false start.
False start, offense.
Third down after the penalty. The Broncos get set at the line, needing to get to the 46 for a first. Scanning the field. The Broncos call for the punting team. And he punts it, and it's going to sail out of bounds, trying to play kick away from that dangerous returner. The Bengals counted on the passing game early, but it slowed down after a hot start. Dalton's tried to adjust to the defense, but it hasn't worked out.
Well, he's tried, but listen, there's nothing he can do about the offensive line. It's not been as sharp, and I'll tell you what, when an offensive line is not sharp, the quarterback's going to lose confidence.
Mohamed Sanu is the receiver. Taking another look at the stats here, we have a wide receiver who has put together a complete game, Phil.
It has been a tremendous game, Jim, no doubt about it. Now we understand why guys want to be wide receivers in the NFL instead of running backs. So many more ways to get the football and much easier to make plays happen once you get it.
They'll set up now at midfield. The Broncos defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. They're going to get him here for a sack.
Well, it's just a race against time, isn't it? When the defense blitzes, can you get to the quarterback before he has time to recognize the blitz and throw it to a receiver?
The Bengals come to the line. First down marker at the 40. Unbelievable grab.
This is called managing the football game as a head coach. What are you doing here? You got to lead. It's close. It's fourth down. It's short yardage. You're near midfield. Don't do it. Punt the football away. And if the other team's going to go ahead, make them drive the length of the field.
The Broncos have stayed true to their identity here and finally found a way to start running the football. Anderson's come storming back into this game after being shut down early.
Yeah, he has. And, you know, running backs are a lot like quarterbacks. Quarterback, the more throws you give them, they get in rhythm and they get better. And the same with the running back. Keep handing him the football. If you give it to him enough times, he'll make it happen.
First down at the 45. Scans the field. Anderson's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back.
Got a flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And the illegal block in the back is going to move this team back.
Yeah, you know, Jim, the rule of thumb here is if you can read the name on the back of the jersey, don't block it.
Manning's setting up now in the pistol. Second down and a long way to go. And the reception by Anderson keeps his legs moving.
You know, when you're catching the football, there's nothing like catching the pass, whether it's short or long, and breaking a tackle and getting a couple of extra yards. That makes the quarterback have some confidence in you, and he'll start looking for you more.
Manning's all by himself in the backfield for this snap. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
The Broncos look pretty confident out there on the field, don't they? And they're very calm, and they should be. That first down, they're right in this game. Don't look down the field for that big play. Just keep marching.
For this play, they'll go with two tight ends. They're going back up top. Sanders comes up with the ball.
The Broncos have been awesome today on first down. That time, it's a nice play design. They throw the football, picks up solid yards. Second and short. Boy, that's what every offense likes to be in.
Anderson's in the backfield. Single back set. That picks up 7. He's got over 130 rushing yards today.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
The Broncos come to the line with a bunch set. First down at the 22. Handoff. That's a gain of 6.
Nothing like a running back who fights for every extra yard. When you get that extra yard or two, what it does, it just creates better situations for your offense.
Manning set, empty backfield. From the gun. To Davis. And that's perfect in on the stop.
The Bengals have speed on the defensive side, no doubt about it. And when they're backed up, they don't have to worry about players going mild because they're in the red zone. They become even faster. Way to get to the football on that throw and catch. And they stop the play for a short game.
Pure determination. What a run.
touchdown.
And with the fourth quarter fast approaching, that touchdown puts them in front.
And what they did with that touchdown, they just put all the pressure on the opponents. The offense, they're going to feel that pressure when they go out there. Let's see if they can handle it.
The Bengals back now for the return, going to look to try and get back on top. Scores 19-14. Tate will test the coverage. And that return ends rather quietly, short of the 20. Let's mark him at the 16. The Bengals hope to get things going here. They have been anything but productive here in quite some time. 3 consecutive drives that have led to nowhere.
Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defensive side, especially the defensive line. They are absolutely taking it to the offense. They are beating them up, and when the defensive line is winning the battles like this, it's all about the defense.
One team's running the football, the other is passing, but both are working with their game plans.
Yeah, they both are working. As you look down there on the field, one set of running backs are really happy. On the other side, the wide receiver group, they're really happy. So as long as you get it done, that's all that matters.
Pass is intercepted.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Bill, this quarterback matchup has been a great one today, as both have put on quite a show.
Yeah, it's been a great matchup between the quarterbacks. And look, I think the league is loaded with really good quarterbacks. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, the league doesn't have enough guys. Yeah, they do. There are a lot of good ones. Give them time, and they'll show it to you.
The Broncos take it from the 38. C.J. Anderson with the catch.
Well, you can't play man-to-man, Jim, every single play. Every once in a while, you got to throw in the zone. That's what they did this past play. Hey, it was a good idea. It just didn't work.
The Broncos from the 32. This play will hold up. He's inbound. That is how you draw it up, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, man, a quarterback loves guys that can make catches like this, and they're just so strong. They know how to zero in. They never lose concentration, and you never see him drop a pass.
Manning's completed his last 6 passes.
The Broncos know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. They can't be pass, pass, pass all the time. The offensive line comes through. Good, solid run that time.
Second and short. The reception by Daniels.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do, of course, it'll be a touchdown.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Quick drop back. Probably should have had that one, but it goes incomplete.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. Will go ground. There's a signal from the far side. The hands are up. It is a touchdown. I wonder what the strategy is, Phil, with more than a quarter to go, because that last score puts this game virtually out of reach.
Well, I know this. The strategy on the losing side is show some courage and show some toughness. Let's change what's gone on here so far. It's not too late. It's getting tough, but it's not too late. We can find a way to win this game.
It's Tate on the return. Able to move past the 20, and brought down at the 23. The Broncos defense has to still be inspired about that interception they had last time out.
Absolutely. They had everything going for them, I think, in that play. They had pressure. Everybody was hustling to the football, and a good play on that errant throw by the quarterback.
Can't hold on here as this goes incomplete.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. Knocked down.
3rd long situations. A lot of coordinators in this league will run a draw play on 3rd long. Why? Because they're just looking for field position, pick up a few yards, and then by some miracle, if the running back's able to make guys miss, break some tackles, and pick up a 1st down, man, that's just great. When you're behind in a football game, all you can do on the offensive side is just go out there and thinking about making plays and picking up 1st downs. Good job by the offense.
1st down at the 40. Almost intercepted that time.
Jones is one of those guys. If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances are, if you get your hands on the football as a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make a catch.
Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Sometimes they tell the receiver just to go long, run a fly route, run a 9 route because that means straight ahead, or a streak. Show the speed that you have and get it done.
Jones there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. That's his 1st reception today.
This is one of those guys, when you talk about receivers, no matter what, he is always open. If the coverage is tight, don't worry. Throw it out there. He'll make a play.
Reaches out and snatches it. The Bengals possess the football and try to take advantage of a big gainer right at the end of the 3rd.
Anytime your team is down, you're inside the other team's red zone, you look for one of your star players, your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back. They need to make a big play here.
The Bengals are giving ground, but if they can make a stop here inside the 10, it'll be interesting to see what happens on 4th down.
Yeah, well, listen, the offense has to find a way to score on this play here, get into the end zone, and get back into this football game. Who are they going to give it to, a running back, or are they going to try and trick the defense and throw the football?
That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line. And Bernard is brought down.
Oh, my gosh, it is the worst thing you can do on the offensive side. This drives coaches crazy. When you get down near the goal line, you run the football and you lose yards. That's just not being tough enough. Well, I don't know what to say about that decision right there. I did not like it. Take the points, kick the field goal. You're trying to be too smart, and look what happened. The pass doesn't work, and now you're in a world of trouble.
The Broncos offense looks unstoppable. Touchdown drives the last 2 times they've had it. And here they go again, Phil.
Yeah, they've been very good, Jim. They're taking advantage of situations and scoring touchdowns, and we know that's what you must do. If you don't get these touchdowns, what happens later in the game, it always comes back to bite you.
Second down and 8. Makes the catch in open space. That's his 1st reception today.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field for another completion.
Now 1st and 10. Makes the reception.
If you got a defensive back that's scared to death and not going to give up the big play, you got to run things like this. The out route, nice route by the wide receiver, and a good throw by the quarterback.
The Broncos from the 37. Anderson's got it. Screenplay. Still on his feet. Got the 1st, and he's got some space. Anderson's tackle right at the 28.
Jim, if the receiver's open, throw him the football, because here's just a good example. When a guy catches the football short, if he can just break that tackle, they can pick up those extra yards. Good job by the quarterback and receiver that time.
First down at the 28. Running right through the trenches.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go, and they stop him for a short gain.
2nd and 9 coming up. Peyton Manning under center. The Broncos from the 27. Breaks at the tackle. And Vontez perfect. Brings him down.
Well, we don't see this too often. This is a speed back, but a good job that time just running right through the tackle and breaking it.
Double tight end formation. Three-step drop. The reception by Sanders.
First down by the offense inside the red zone. Can the defense show them something different here and keep them from scoring a touchdown?
Manning's completion percentage 70% on the day. Anderson's taking the handoff. And it's Ray Maualuga who makes the hit. All set up now at the 15. Anderson's lined up in a single back formation. 2nd down and 10. Ball is out. Recovery by the offense. Met by Johnson that time.
Nice job by the offense that time. Even though they fumbled the football, quick enough and smart enough to get on it right away.
The Broncos come out in a bunch set. Manning out of the gun. He'll throw it over the middle. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short, defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a 4th down.
The kick is through for 3. An insurance field goal for them. Probably not enough time left to surrender this lead. They're gaining control of this one down to the finish.
Sometimes in this game, when you get a lead, it's not about trying to pour it on. It's about being smart. All that matters is winning. Find a way to get this game over with while you're still on top.
And a run back of about 20. The Bengals are experiencing a little bit of a drought here offensively, having gone 3 straight possessions without a score. What do you think needs to be done to buck that trend here, partner?
I'd say it's a little more than a drought. This is some awful offense, and there's many things you got to do. You got to tell your offensive line to pick things up. When the offensive line is aggressive, it gives